Zafina Khanam may only be 25, but the Malaysian has already clocked up 3,300 hours in the air. Zafina is a first officer with AirAsia, and she is one of the low-cost carrier's youngest pilots. Female pilots may make up only 5% of all pilots across the globe, but Zafina says women fly better than men.
So women have more softer touch, and also their approach, as in the decisions that they make. Sometimes guys tend to think now. We think of later consequences, this and that. And flying is all about decision making. You gotta make the correct decision. You gotta have a nice approach to people, because it's always, you're always working with someone. So in some ways, I would say yes, women do make better pilots.
Zafina is not the only female pilot with AirAsia.
Now today the airline celebrates a number of firsts and has pioneered a number of new programs. One such program is allowing female cabin crew to become female pilots. Now I'm in the Kuala Lumpur headquarters and I check in with two female pilots who tell me how they've survived in a male-dominated profession.
This guy is quite a professional. I actually went to my uncle's house and he came over for dinner. So I didn't say that I was a pilot. So everyone around him was like saying, "Oh, she's a pilot." And he just turned around and said, "Are you sure?" And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then he asked, "How old am I?" And I said, "I'm 25." And then he said, "Whatever it is, I will never fly with you." So I turned around and I said, "Uncle, it is not about my age. It's about what I have up here." And then he said, he still insists. He said, "I will never fly with you." And I said, "You know what, sometimes you may be old, but you're damn stupid, man." I gave it in his face, I cannot stand it, because I get a lot of these things, like, "Oh my god, are you sure female can become pilots, and what if they have PMS?" And I said, "Come on lah. What, guys don't get PMS? So come on."
Female pilot Sukmin, who is also a first officer with AirAsia, says that most do not believe her when she tells them that she's a pilot.
I've had, our guests asking me, "Are you sure you're flying this plane? Are you sure you're our pilot, one of our pilots?" I say, yeah. And I'm flying you to your destination. Yes.
The woman, when you tell a woman that, they'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm so proud of you," But when you tell a guy, some of them get very intimidated. Yeah, because they are not on the same wavelength, they do not earn as much, or their career would not lead them to something that I have right now.
Potential pilots have to undergo rigorous training for nearly 2 years before they are able to fly. They have to pass numerous theory and psychometric tests. On top of that, they have to have near-perfect eyesight and hearing. The AirAsia pilots fly almost daily, leaving Sukmin and Zafina with hardly any time for their family and friends. Sukmin says she only spends 3 to 4 days in a month with her husband. Luckily for Zafina, her family fully supports her career. After all, her aspiration to fly was due to family influence. Her father is a retired Malaysian police pilot, and her 2 older brothers are pilots with Malaysian Airlines and AirAsia respectively. Zafina currently flies AirAsia X, which are long-haul flights to cities like London, Guangzhou and New Delhi.
Just so happened my brother, the first one who took up flying, was already in flying school. So I was looking through his notes. I'm thinking, oh my god, I cannot understand all these numbers, and it's actually very interesting because I like something that's very challenging to me. So, but I really loved, I fell in love with flying when I flew the twin engines.
With just 200 hours more to go to meet the criteria for becoming captain, Zafina is well on her way to achieving that title by the end of next year. Next up, we find out what made these women fall in love with their jobs.